If life has made you pause lately and you caught yourself asking, who am I? This video is for you. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 7 tips on how to discover who you are. And point number 5 is something that you do not want to miss. And being who I am, I always come with a basket of goodies. So there are bonus points at the end of this video. Hey guys, the jazz hands are back and welcome back to yet another exciting video. I am yours truly, Lady Lara of Lara's Lighthouse. And if you're new here, this channel helps both male and female make the right decisions. So without further ado, let's get into the video of today. Now, my Yoruba people will say this, farabale, that means slow down. Now, many of us have discovered the life routine where we wake up, we rush, we react, we survive, and repeat that. That's like the order of the day. That's how we live our lives. But you need to slow down. Take a deep breath. Now, most of you say, now Oyinbo thing. It's not an Oyinbo thing. Life itself is hard. I'm sure you're going through different things at different points in your life, and you're just going through. There's no pause, there's no break. When do you catch your breath? And then you're being distracted by so many things, and this is not allowing you to discover who you truly are as a person. But many of us do not know that solitude is the laboratory for self-discovery. That's where you cook yourself. That's where you discover different things about yourself, your likes, your dislikes, your ambitions, your insecurities. If you decide to sit with yourself, you are not your job. Yes, does your job give you some form of accomplishment? Most definitely, the degree, the certificate. But there is more to life than just living for other things. What do you want for yourself is something you need to discover. And you cannot find that with all this noise. Who you are is something that is deeper, that is quieter than the whole noise everywhere. It's something that you need to intentionally find. So the first step to discovering who you are is sitting by yourself. Most definitely, it's going to be very, very uncomfortable. Like personally, I do not like silence. Like silence just has a way of making me feel as if something bad is happening or somebody is angry with me. And I'll give you the reason why I feel this in a subsequent point. But this is something that you need to do. It's something that I had to do. You are not your trauma. You are not your shame. You are not your mistakes. You are not what that thing one auntie told you some 10 years ago. You are not that. Of course, things that people might have said to you or done to you have affected you one way or the other. But that doesn't mean they become your reality. Like I said before, I'm somebody who does not like silence. Because why? My dad never liked, us making too much noise. And whenever he was like maybe in a bad mood or you did something bad, he may not necessarily want you to speak at that moment. So I always equated silence to me offending somebody. So whenever my friends or people around me were quiet, I would look for me, so okay, how can I make them happy? Whereas it is a normal thing. It's okay to be quiet. It's okay not to want to talk. It's okay to be who you want to be, as far as you're not hurting or offending anybody. So in other words, you are bigger than what has happened to you. Now, sometimes it may not be that easy to overcome what you've been through, but with the adequate help, watching videos, talking to people, you can actually pass through that phase of life. So I have a secret, guys, and it's something you really want to listen to. Patterns will expose you more than words would. Now, I had a friend back in the days where he always say, I would try. Whenever he says the words, I would try, just know that he's not going to do that thing that I asked of him. They also tell you, once you want to marry somebody, don't marry potential, marry patterns. How do they act when they're angry? What do they do? How do they talk to you in front of people? You need to look at your life as an outsider and ask certain questions. What do I keep attracting? What do I tolerate? What drains me? What makes me happy? These things will serve as a guide. Your patterns are like a mirror. They do not lie. And once you discover what your patterns are, you realize who you have been, But from that point, you can now decide who you want to be. Patterns reveal beliefs. Beliefs, on the other hand, reveal identities. And your identity determines your destiny. Decide, what identity do I want to have for myself? A drum roll, guys, for point number 5, the magical point. Now, people will tell you, you need to find yourself. I'm on the journey of self-discovery, most definitely. But sometimes you don't find yourself. You actually create yourself. Say that again to yourself. Sometimes you do not find yourself. You need to create yourself. Guys, you can sit down and choose who you want to be, your boundaries, your beliefs, your choices, habits, what you want to be known for. Now, nothing stops you from waking up and saying, I want to be, a high value lady. I don't want peace. I want problems. Whatever. Okay, guys, we're all for peace. So you can decide to choose peace for yourself. Wake up, write a list of what you want to be, create a system that helps you be that thing, and voila, you become that person that you want to be. Observe. Observation. It's just like a doctor who is talking to a patient, a baby patient or a child patient. How do you feel? If I do this, what happens to you? How do you react? Observing yourself is something that you need to do daily. And from that, you'll be able to get certain results. What triggers you, what drains you, what annoys you, who annoys you. Like, I've met somebody who will say things like, when I'm angry, it's only my mother that knows how to calm me down. Sis, sit down. That is bad behavior. Let us be realistic. Or all this, I'm a Sagittarius, I'm an Arian. Which kind of zodiac sign? Let us be real. Of course, are there certain traits and characteristics that certain people at that time have? Fine, but it should not be a badge that any small thing. Hello? I'm a Sagittarius, so I should be allowed to do what I want to do. I'm a Gemini. Oh, she twins. Like, guys, I lied. This is a safe space. So, how I formed the whole I can work under pressure when I was writing my CV. No, like, guys, small thing. One child is crying, maybe I've not made their dinner, or I've not done something I have to do. I start panicking. Now, that's something I have been able to observe because I took time out to listen to myself. In one of my past videos, I said, your body talks, you just need to listen. Of course, there is the core. But after you've done certain things, you can realize why you react to certain things, what you need to do, what you need to remove, so that you can live a better life and a life without guilt. Because some of us sometimes are too aware of certain things that you go home and then after a day's conversation, you're thinking, did I talk right? Did I speak right? Then you need to be realistic. This thing that I am fighting for, is it necessary? Does it hold water? Does it stand for my values? That's why you need to know what your values are. Then they will guide you. And then when you're observing, you need to observe without judgment. In the African society, forgive me, we are judges and judginas. We can judge for Africa. That's what you do. That's what you do. We're all guilty, even myself inclusive. But we need to do it with compassion, with empathy. And guys, I want to read something out. We are old, so we can't remember certain things. You cannot grow beyond your level of self-awareness. And I would explain. Now, many of you, maybe you just pass somebody by on the road and then you start coughing. That person is a bad man. Of course, sometimes your intuition will tell you certain things, but not because you pass something or you pass somebody means that that person is out for you. My village people. It's not any village people. It is you. You are the cause of your own problem. You say, my bosses don't always like me. But girl, you are late, you are insolent, and you don't dress well. How do you want people to actually like you? I'll still give you another instance. You can't improve upon something you refuse to see. Many of us believe that lecturers don't like us. He's always failing me. You barely read. You barely attend classes. But your habits, how do you expect to pass? Because you're myopic and you have refused to grow. These are things you need to check. Or the way our parents will say, anybody doing online work is yahoo yahoo. People earn an honest living from working online. So at the end of the day, the real journey of knowing yourself is the journey of becoming yourself. Not the version that was forced on you, not the version that was labeled on you, not the version that shamed you. The real you, who you want to become as a person. So, my darlings, take that step. Create a pattern or break a pattern. Write something. Break a habit. So I've got 2 bonus points like I promised at the beginning of the video. And bonus point number 1 is what? Face your truths honestly. Now, everyone has a hidden part of us that is shaped by either fear, shame, trauma, mistakes, whatever it might be. But you need to act with accountability. You need to take responsibility. You need to stop trying to be defensive of certain things. Is it what it is? Yes. What can I do to be better? Those are the questions that you need to ask yourself. We learn how to self-sabotage because you don't want to do the hard work. Oh, I don't like therapy. I don't like talking to people about my things, blah, blah, blah. Of course, there are things that you don't go about telling everyone. But if you know that you have a problem, it's a problem, a substance abuse problem, an addiction problem, work on it. Because people would be affected by it. I was watching a YouTube video and they asked this guy and he said, many people ask him when he goes on interviews, what is one superpower that he felt human beings should have? And he said, self-awareness. If you are aware of your habits, you will know how it affects the other person. People say ignorance is bliss, and sometimes it is to the person who is doing the act. But the recipient of that person's actions, utterances, behaviors hurts. Like there is a lot that people say. So owning up, stop being defensive. I did it, I'm sorry. And you do the work, not that it's I'm sorry of Nimu, get to work. Another thing that will help you to move from point A to point B is growth. Choosing growth. Discipline over distractions, clarity over comfort, truth over ego. And you'll never know yourself until you find yourself in a place of discomfort. What are the things that you can do? Look what the odd body can do. So everything you want to do is on the other side of discomfort. So pick your heart. Do you want to enjoy now and suffer later, or suffer now and enjoy later? The ball is in your court. So guys, we've come to the end of today's video. But as usual, have a question. What is that habit you want to break today? Put it in the comment section. We want to know. And if you have any topics that you want me to talk about, please kindly indicate. Your internet auntie is ready to do justice to it. So as usual, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, do not forget to subscribe to my channel till I come your way with yet another video that will help you make the right decisions. Stay blessed, love yourself, love God, and remember, je t'aime, I love you. Bye.